What's going on, guys? The Mr. Shadow910 here, and today I'm going to show you how to do a coolant flush on a 98-02 LS powered F-body. This is an extremely easy job that anyone with some basic know-how can do with a bit of time. Before I started this, I had no clue what I was getting into, and I will definitely share the mistakes I made along the way. On screen you can see the tools I needed to complete the job. Pliers, a 13mm socket. Extensions aren't necessary but will definitely make it easier. Your choice of concentrated antifreeze and distilled water, or 50-50 water and antifreeze. Concentrated is cheaper, but you have to mix it yourself. And finally, some buckets to catch your mess. The first step is to drain your radiator. I had to put my front end on 2x6s to record this, and it definitely makes it easier to see, but you may not have to. Start by making sure your car is cool. Then, open your petcock valve on the passenger side of the car. I had to use pliers to get mine loose, and then let the coolant drain your pan. When you remove the valve, it will cause the coolant to spray out further, so move your pan accordingly. You can make this process go faster by taking the radiator cap off. Once it's drained, put the valve back in, and then we'll move it to the top of the car to take out the coolant overflow tank. I don't have video of it, but to remove the overflow tank, you just take out the battery, take out the one 13mm bolt under the battery, and take off the coolant hose going to the radiator. Then you can just pull the tank straight out. To clean it, I kept filling it with hose water and dumping it out until the water appeared drinkable. Once it's clean, you can put the tank back in the car. Now you can fill your radiator with hose water and bleed the system. Then, let the car reach operating temperature so that the block will cycle the water through it. You can tell your cooling system is bled once you don't see bubbles coming out of the radiator cap. You can also help bleed the system by compressing the upper radiator hose and burping the system. I made the mistake of doing this with the car running, which is a really good way to lose a finger in serpentine belt. Turn your heat on full blast. If it feels cool or cold, you probably have an air pocket inside your radiator, which means your system has been bled correctly. To make filling the radiator easier, I made a funnel by cutting a 2-liter bottle in half, and it fit in the radiator perfectly. Drain your radiator again, and keep flushing it with water until it comes out clear like we did with the overflow tank. Once the water comes out clear, fill the system with half coolant and half distilled water. If you're using concentrated coolant like I did, be sure to mix it 50-50 outside of the car. I tried to mix it in the radiator, filled it with antifreeze, and then proceeded to drive over my gallon of water. And with this, you've now completed your coolant flush. Be sure to watch your temperature gauge as you drive around, and check to make sure after about a week that you don't need to add more antifreeze to your system. I hadn't done a video like this in a while, but I thought it might help someone out there who is as clueless as me. If you have ideas for future videos or disagree with the step I took in this one, be sure to leave it down in the comments. I have been the Mr. Shadow910, and I'll see you guys in the next one.